Hello everyone, welcome to the first class of our new session 2020-21. I never thought that we'll be meeting this way, but very soon we'll come out of this lockdown and we'll meet in the school. Till that time, this is the only way of communicating with you or reaching out to you. So let me introduce myself. I'm your History and Civics teacher and my name is Soeb Alam. So today we'll be discussing about the legislature. The civics portion will start and history will discuss in the next part. So before I come to the topic, I would like to show you the book, The Trial. This is your book prescribed by the school. It is written by Jayanti Sen Gupta. The Trial in History and Civics for ICSE Middle School, Oxford University Press. So you will get this book very soon when the lockdown gets over. Now let us come back to the topic, Union Legislature. Union Legislature is also known as the Union Parliament. But before I start this, I would like to show you this. Organs of the government. First one is legislature, second one is executive, third one is judiciary. Legislature is a lawmaking body, that means legislature make laws, execute the laws passed by the legislature, and judiciary punishes to those who violate the law, executed by the executives. So let us come back. So our first topic, Union Legislature, that is a lawmaking body. Don't get confused with Union Legislature and Union Parliament. Both are same. Now, Union Legislature or the Parliament of our country has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Or we can say, what are the three constituents of the Parliament? The first one is Lok Sabha, second one is Rajya Sabha, and the third one is the President. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the President. That we can discuss later on. Today we will be discussing only about Lok Sabha. And Rajya Sabha we will discuss in the second part. Composition. What is the composition of Lok Sabha? That means how is Lok Sabha composed of? Who all are there in the Lok Sabha? So Lok Sabha is composed of 152 members. 552 members. So out of these 552 members, out of this 530 members comes from states. 530 members comes from states, and not more than 20 comes from union territories. So altogether 530 plus 20, 550. Now two members are nominated. Two members are nominated. Who nominates them? Nominated by the president. By the president of our country. But let me explain you clearly. These two members are nominated only when the president feels that the Anglo-Indian community is not properly represented in the parliament. Got it? So once again let us go through it. What is the composition of Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha is composed of 552 members. Out of 552, 530 members comes from states, and 20 members comes from union territories. And two members are nominated by the president if he feels that particular community, that is which particular community? Anglo-Indian community is not properly represented. If they are represented, then these two members nomination is not required. So now what is the present members? That means what is the present strength of Lok Sabha? So let us say at present, what is the present number of members? 545. I hope you understood it. Once again, the composition of Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is composed of 552 seats. 530 comes from state, 20 comes from union territories, and 2 members are nominated by the president of our country. Okay, and the present strength of Lok Sabha is 545. At present, consists of 545. Okay. Now, after composition, we will discuss about qualifications of the members of Lok Sabha. What are the qualifications required to become the member of Lok Sabha? Who can become the member of Lok Sabha? That means any qualifications required? Yes, of course. Now, the first qualification required over here is the person who wants to become the member of Lok Sabha must be a citizen of India. Must be a citizen of India. Citizen of India. This is very much important. Person must be a citizen of India. Second one, person must have attained the age of 25. 25 years above. The person must be above 25 years of age. It can be 26, 27, to anything. Okay. And the third one, the person should be a registered voter. Registered voter. That means the person is a citizen of India and his name should be there in the voter list. I am the citizen of India, but my name is not there in the voter list, means I am not eligible to vote, and not even I can contest the election to become the member of Lok Sabha. Now, after qualification, there can be a question in your mind that how are the members of Lok Sabha elected? Members of Lok Sabha are elected by the people of the country. Now, who all are these people? We need to know this about universal adult franchise. What is meant by universal adult franchise? The person attaining the age of 18 and above are entitled to vote. Person, those who have attained the age of 18 and above, they are eligible to vote. 18 plus. So universal means all over the world, the person, whoever has completed the age of 18 and above, they are entitled to vote. Adult means the person who becomes 18 years of age. And franchise means right to vote. Franchise means right to vote. Now, the members of Lok Sabha, I told you 545 members, 530 members. So, these members are elected by a secret ballot system. This is secret. Secret ballot. Secret means secretly. When we go to cast our vote, we simply go and cast our vote. No one can see to whom I have given my vote. There cannot be any cameras, mobile cameras are not required. Even the news reporter, they cannot come behind us where I am going to cast my vote. So simply, we'll get into a polling booth, the room will be there, somewhere in the corner, we can go, we'll press the button. So before, paper was used for casting our vote, but nowadays we use EVM machines, electronic voting machine. Simply we have to go, machine will be there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers will be there sequence, just beside the number, names of the candidates will be there and the symbols of the parties will be there. So suppose I go to vote, suppose I am the one to give my vote. So I will enter the room and according to my choice, I will press the button of any of the members. So my vote is cast. So now, secret ballot. Why is secret ballot? Why secret ballot? Secret ballot because secret ballot is a system through which a people can cast their vote without any fear and hesitation. Without fear and hesitation. Suppose for example, when election campaign starts, number of people come to your door. Mujhe vote dijiye, please give your valuable vote to me. So I have only one vote. So how to cast my vote? So if I give my vote to member A, then B, C, D, if they come to know that I haven't given vote to them, they will be annoyed. So in order to avoid this type of problems, secret ballot system has been introduced. Simple. We can enter, we can cast our vote without any fear and hesitation, because no one can know to whom I have given my vote. Now our next topic is term of Lok Sabha. So once the members are elected, once the members gets elected, how long can they remain in the parliament or in the Lok Sabha? So the very simple answer is Lok Sabha has a term of 5 years. How many years? 5 years. But this Lok Sabha can also get dissolved before the completion of these 5 years if they lose the support of the majority. Because only the majority party can form the government in the Lok Sabha. Majority. Suppose 545 members are there in the parliament. So who can form the government? Who can form the government? The members, the party which has the maximum number, that is 272 is the magical figure. 272 is the magical figure. Whichever party has 272 members in the parliament, they can form the government. Okay. So if they loses the member, suppose some of the members, those who had come from different party, they left the party. Suppose only 250 now is left. So automatically the government will form. Before the completion of 5 years, the party, that means the government will be dissolved. Hope you understood this part. Okay. Now the next topic from the same part, Lok Sabha, Speaker. Now, what is meant by speaker? Just now I am speaking, so I may be called as a speaker? No, it's wrong. Speaker. Speaker is the one who controls the member of Lok Sabha. Or we can say speaker is the head of the parliament. Or speaker is the one who conducts the meetings, maintains discipline, supervises the work of the house. Now, who can become the speaker? How is the speaker of Lok Sabha elected? How is the speaker of Lok Sabha elected? Now, speaker of Lok Sabha is elected from among the members. Those members, those who have been elected to the member of parliament, when they meet for the first time, there they will discuss or they will decide who will be the speaker of Lok Sabha. So, how is the speaker of Lok Sabha elected? The speaker of Lok Sabha is elected from among the members by a majority of members present and voting when they meet for the first time after general election. The elections which are held every after 5 years. General elections which are held every after 5 years. General election, then by-election, then midterm elections, that we'll discuss later on. General election, after every 5 years elections are conducted. The speaker is elected from among the members. It is not that speaker is elected separately. Speaker is the one of the member of the parliament. Suppose in the class, suppose your class 8. All the students are there. We choose one monitor or not. So that monitor is from among your class or not. The same way. The speaker is also the member. So the main duty of the speaker is to conduct the meeting peacefully, maintain decorum and discipline in the house, and maintain discipline, supervises the work of the houses. Every members will be given certain time to start the proceedings or ask questions and all these things. Before we end this session, I would like to show you one more thing. I told you the members of Lok Sabha are elected from the states. 530 members I told you. So here you can see this. Andhra Pradesh 25, Arunachal Pradesh 2, Bihar I think 40, and Uttar Pradesh you see 80 members. So why there is so differences? Some state has the highest number of members, some states very low. Suppose here 2 is given for Arunachal Pradesh, and even let me see, Sikkim. From Sikkim, only one member is elected. How it is so? On what basis the seats are allotted to the states? So you can see just one example. Sikkim, how many seats? 1 seat. From Sikkim, how many members can be elected for Lok Sabha? Only 1. And from Uttar Pradesh, how many? 80. From Uttar Pradesh, 80. From Sikkim, only 1 member. And from Uttar Pradesh, 80 members. So on what basis the seats are allotted to the Lok Sabha? Simple. The seats in the Lok Sabha are allotted on the basis of the population of the state. So this means the population of Uttar Pradesh has the highest number. That is why 80 members are represented in the Lok Sabha. And from Sikkim only 1. That means from Sikkim only 1 member is represented. Okay. Now before I end this, so once again I would like to tell you that this is our first interactive class. Let us say not interactive. This is one of the first virtual class. So I hope you have understood it. And this is my first video. So there might be many flaws and all. So in the next class, I'll try to improve in a better way. And then next part, we'll be discussing about Rajya Sabha. Thank you very much. Stay at home and take care of yourself.